This is a heart-pounding, edge-of-your-seat thriller that takes tension to the extreme. During a routine excavation, a team of archaeologists accidentally opened a long-sealed ancient cave, unleashing a swarm of prehistoric monsters that had been lying dormant for centuries. The creatures burst out like a tidal wave, attacking the city in a matter of minutes. Inside a subway train, passengers sat in absolute silence. No one dared to speak, move, or even breathe too loudly, terrified that the slightest sound would attract the monsters. But then a baby's sudden cry shattered the silence. In a desperate bid to survive, the other passengers made an unthinkable decision. They forced the mother and child off the train. And just as feared, the baby's cries drew in a horde of creatures. The mother and child didn't stand a chance. These monsters had no eyes, but their hearing was terrifyingly sharp. Any sound, even the faintest, would send them into a violent frenzy. The following night, the National Security Bureau issued an emergency warning. Humanity was under attack by an unknown species. The only hope for survival? Silence. Survivors were told to seal their mouths with duct tape and avoid making even the slightest noise. Following the advice, one father made his family power off their phones, mute all devices, and seal up the windows and doors. But his brother disagreed. He believed sitting and waiting would only lead to death. That's when the daughter spoke up. If the monsters are really out there, the city is the most dangerous place to be. Those words changed everything. The father decided to take his family and flee to the countryside. After walking all night, they hit a massive traffic jam on the outskirts of the city. No one was moving. No one knew when, if ever, they'd get out. Seeing no other option, the uncle suggested they take a back road. But out of nowhere, a herd of deer darted across the road. Startled, the uncle swerved, and the car rolled into a ravine. The father rushed to help, but the car was crushed, its doors twisted beyond use. The uncle's leg was pinned, completely stuck. Worse still, the monsters were already closing in. Knowing they had no time, the uncle made a grim choice. He threatened to take his own life if the others didn't leave and find help. The father had no choice but to agree. Back in the car, the family was still reeling when their dog suddenly began barking uncontrollably. Dogs sense danger before humans do, and something was wrong. Sure enough, a monster had crept up on them. The dog's barking drew in more creatures. In just seconds, the car was completely surrounded. Just when all hope seemed lost, a shot rang out in the distance. It was the brother. He had fired his gun to lure the monsters away. He gave his life to protect his family, but the dog kept barking, its instincts unshaken. To keep his family safe, the father made a heartbreaking decision. He let the dog go. Wanting to know if the monsters could see, the father quietly stepped out of the car. But inside, the mother, overwhelmed with fear, suddenly coughed. That one sound was all it took. A monster launched itself at the vehicle, slamming violently into the windows. Their lives now hung by a thread. Then, the father spotted a metal rod not far away. He slowly backed toward it, but even the softest of steps drew the monster's attention. Thinking fast, he grabbed the rod and hurled it as far as he could. The monster instantly turned and charged toward the sound.